Just like all of you, our group was tasked with finding the most important problem faced in the manufacturing industry today. Ultimately, we decided on one problem, that being the incorrect implementation of lean manufacturing. Manufacturing is the industrialized creation of parts and products. And so this involves flow or continuous production, moving assembly lines, mass production, interchangeable parts. It's really just a big moving game of supply and demand using technology and other machinery to meet whatever needs you have and are capable of doing so. What are we trying to accomplish? It's really just the optimization of certain variables. These variables are usually cost, quality, and schedule, sometimes also referred to with scope and resources, depending on what you're looking at. But basically, it's a product development triangle where you are trying to optimize, have the best efficiency in all of these things, but how it ends up working is usually if to benefit one of these corners, you have to take away from another. They're all interconnected and they all affect each other. So if the goal is to optimize manufacturing, how do we do this? There are certain rules and standards that have been created to help with this, including Deming, who came up with the PDSA, which is the Plan, Do, Study, Act. And that was a push to incorporate critical thinking into the manufacturing process, having people plan it out, do it, but then consider what's happening, how it's being done, instead of just continuing to do it that way. Maybe this incorporates or encourages workers to think, oh, is there a better way to do it? And then acting on that. This ultimately led to lean manufacturing with Toyota. And their kind of motto was building people before building cars, meaning they're really investing into creating a workforce that is great at problem solving. These are the people on the assembly lines who are actually able to think, like, how could we do this better, instead of somebody high up in an office who isn't on the floor, who doesn't know what's going on. But trusting the people on the floor, trusting everyone in the line to come up with ways to better implement whatever they're doing.
The primary problems facing manufacturing today that you'll most likely hear about are going to be sustainability, unnecessary scrap, and labor shortage. But we believe that all of these individual problems can all be traced back to the improper usage of lean manufacturing. Now, lean manufacturing is a great tool, but it can go wrong in many ways. One of these ways is unnecessary automation. You should make sure that you only automate jobs when you are sure you could save time or money. And over-automated production lines can often actually increase the cost and increase the cycle time, while also leaving the workforce demoralized. Another way that lean manufacturing often goes wrong is when you use it explicitly for workforce reduction, and it can lead to the employees being demoralized and unwilling to cooperate with other lean manufacturing projects. And internal lean offices are another idea that's good in theory. However, these offices tend to act without proper knowledge of the manufacturing processes they're trying to fix. And solutions that aren't properly tested can have problems with increasing costs and a waste of resources and time. And then lack of top management support. If the people in top management don't support the lean manufacturing process, then it's hard for the employees under them to really see the importance of working with lean.
There are three main reasons why the incorrect implementation of lean manufacturing is the main challenge in manufacturing today. Lean manufacturing is such an important concept which can help us solve some of the larger challenges in manufacturing, including sustainability, unnecessary scrap, and the labor shortage. Additionally, various studies show that the failure rate for implementing lean manufacturing is between 50% and 95%. These extremely high rates of failure show the importance of improving the implementation of these lean principles, which could vastly improve so many of the problems in the manufacturing industry. Additionally, when lean is unable to be implemented, productivity and efficiency both suffer, as lean is a philosophy that is designed to improve both of these factors. One instance in which the initial implementation of lean manufacturing failed is the case study of a precision engineering firm. In this firm, there were initially several issues that occurred before they tried to switch to lean manufacturing, including issues with the workflow and expediting invoices at the end of the month, ignoring the efficiency of the office, and focusing on marketing and sales over the production capabilities of their factory. In this case, lean manufacturing was started by teaching some of the team members the principles of lean manufacturing through a 2-day course, and then the rest of the team through these videos in lean manufacturing. After this, no more training occurred, and management started pushing these lean ideas onto their staff under them. Employees ended up viewing lean manufacturing as a quick trend and not a complete philosophy change. This led to resistance to lean ideas, as employees were not included in the implementation of lean as much as they could have. They were not given good updates in meetings, and there was no inspiration or suggested steps on what they should do to better implement lean. Through this implementation, the company only minimally improved efficiency and did not meet the goals that they had for themselves, therefore considering this a failure.
Lean manufacturing is difficult to implement due to many reasons, including lack of expertise, incomplete training, change in management, and employee buy-in. Many companies tend to move away from lean because they think it failed to implement. However, a change to a company's management and culture is always difficult, and not hitting a specific benchmark doesn't necessarily mean that lean manufacturing does not work. Lean manufacturing success or failure is not whether it hits a benchmark, but rather the gradual improvement and optimization of the process. In order for a company to successfully implement lean, they need to realize that implementation of lean manufacturing is a process rather than a solution. It's important to understand that lean is not a top-down, set-in-and-forget initiative. Lean is a way to reduce waste and increase customer satisfaction in the medium to long term. After redefining failures and understanding what lean actually is, the company needs to analyze where the implementation of lean process failed. Many lean specialists recommend to analyze the company's needs, current opportunities in the market, and the challenges they're facing, and find correct tools. One of the tools many companies utilize is Kaizen. Kaizen sees improvement in productivity as a gradual and methodical process and recommend to involve all employees from the CEO to the assembly line workers. It is very crucial to remember that the solution is broad and adaptable for a case-by-case implementation failures.
So to conclude, it would help to look back at the case study. In the case study, the company tried to implement lean manufacturing. However, it implemented it poorly and wrong, which ended up causing it more harm than good. After realizing what had happened, the case study company tried to implement lean manufacturing, but this time with a different approach, a little more holistic of an approach. Although it took time and it did have some rough patches, it did end up putting them on a process of improvement. In the case study, they needed to redefine success and failure of lean manufacturing. Rather than looking at the end of month sales and invoices, they need to realize that this is a process, which kind of goes into the second point. They needed to redefine what lean manufacturing was to them. They needed to realize that it was a process rather than a quick fix and a solution. And they did this by using tools and having more of a holistic buy-in from the entire company. They used ERPs, which are enterprise resource planning documents, which helped them slowly but surely create more efficiency in their process rather than having inefficiencies at the first and last of each month due to the end of month sales and invoices. This process allowed the company to begin to optimize and minimize waste, but also maintain the same quality of product or even increase the quality, as well as maintaining and increasing the customer satisfaction. Thank you. This is our presentation, and here are our sources that we used for this project.